Guys, we're here with Carlos Reyes, my friend and mentor, one-on-one mentor that's helped me out in this business grow crazy over the last 2 years. My man came from a different country, not even knowing the language. And that to me is so inspiring. Came to this country with nothing on his back. He literally had zero. And if you look around this is all these people looking up to him, trying to learn how to do what he has done. And this is the man himself. I appreciate you for letting me, do this interview with you, brother.
Thank you. Most importantly, this is my building.
Yeah.
Right? I own this building. I bought it in December of 2019. And, I said this earlier. I don't know if you were here yet, but I said, hey, guys, all you real estate entrepreneurs, wholesalers, fix and flippers, I say, hey, when you get some money, don't go blow it on nothing, right?
Yeah.
I said, invest it back into your businesses. Go buy a building. I said, stop paying rent, And that's why, when we bought this building, I wanted to set an example for other people in the game, in the industry. Oh, man. Because remember, we were some of the first dudes to be like, oh, man, they got nice cars, right? It's oh, they got nice cars. Some of them are actually up front, right? So, oh, they got nice cars. Oh, that's cool. Oh, man, they're doing 6-figure months. Okay, that's cool, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, they're making millions of dollars in real estate. All right, that's cool. Oh, they dress a certain way. Oh, they hang around certain people, right? We just kept setting the example, right? Just lead by demonstration.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I can't wait till we buy a building so people know that it's possible. We spent a few $1 million on this building, then we spent a few $100,000 rehabbing this building, and now I feel like after this weekend, after this event, there's 100 people here that are VIPs. We're gonna have 700 people at the event, right? Mm-hmm. I know for a fact that every single VIP person in here right now is in some way inspired. Oh, yeah. In some way inspired. They're like, man, wholesalers built this? A Mexican from Mexico built this? Someone who wasn't even born in this country? Well, I can build this. No, I have to build this. I'm going to build this. You see, that's why I love this VIP day, because you get inspired, man, and you can't pay enough money to move that spirit, right? To inspiration in spirit, inspiration. See, when you're inspired, something changes. Something changes on a cellular level inside your body where you're something clicks, something connects, something makes sense, right? And then something happens in your life. There's an outcome. There's fruit that comes from that change. And that's the goal for this weekend, man. That's the goal why we have over 100 VIPs in our building right now. So thanks for having me, brother. Man, first of all, you've inspired me. Thank you, brother.
So this is why we do this show. So hopefully, just the way you've inspired me, I inspire the next man down.
You're already doing it. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Right? You're already providing content and value on your dime. There's people out there looking at this video that you paid for. You paid for the videography, you paid for the, all that, right?
Right.
That's already giving. That's already giving. And what happens when you give? What does the universe do when you give?
You receive.
You receive. So you're already on your way because you're already starting to give, right? And I've noticed something about the way that we build our reputation. Remember we had this conversation on the phone, hey bro, how did you build your brand? I said, you know what, man? You're the first person to ever ask me that. I said, well, let me think about this for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't all the houses we flipped. It wasn't all the cars we bought. It wasn't all the money we made. It was all the people that we helped, right? Reach their goal. That's how we built our brand.
Right.
We helped hundreds or thousands of people get to their goals, help them either become 6-figure entrepreneurs or 7-figure entrepreneurs. And then we received love and respect and admiration and honor because we gave, right? We gave value. We gave content. We gave life-changing strategies, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's why that right there alone should tell you, the more you give, the more you get, So.
It makes sense, because I know personally all the stars in the game that you've helped blaze the trail for, and you lent a hand, and they came with you.
And they still rock with me.
And now
they're on my stage.
And now they're on your stage.
Donnie Ruffin up there with, think about it, right? With Donnie Ruffin, would he ever think he would be on the stage with Sean Terry, Cody Sperber, Max Maxwell.
That's crazy.
Keith Everett, my brother from another mother, he's actually bringing his whole family with him.
Wow.
Did he think in 2016, that 5 years he would be sharing a stage with Sean Terry, Cody Sperber, Max Maxwell, people he was looking up to? You see, there's power in that.
There's huge power.
There's power in that. Think about that, bro. Keith is lit. Like, did you see him? He was promoting. He's like, man, I can't believe like this lineup is crazy. You know, the speakers from this weekend.
Yeah.
Bro, something's gonna happen. Like after he like lights that stage on fire this weekend. What do you think's gonna happen to his personal brand and his personal energy and his personal confidence?
It's gonna level up to the guys he's on stage with.
It's gonna skyrocket.
It's gonna get him to that level.
There you go.
Overnight.
And that's what it's all about, man. Like if you can help enough people, if you can bring that out of enough people, man, like the word gets out.
Yeah.
The word gets out, you know, and you're definitely doing the right thing, man.
The all-in fam. Well, I'm blessed to be a part of the group, bro. Like you've helped me out so much. You and Sal.
I heard my man Sal's helping you with like systems and integration and back end, right?
Yeah. So he was my one-on-one mentor.
Yep.
One-on-one, not one-on-one. So
Yep.
I hope to be able to do that for some people in the future. You know.
You will. You have a good heart, man, and like, you know, it takes like, you can. I say this all the time. You can't ever. You will never be a bad coach or a bad mentor if you just care. Think about that, right? Because you already have the knowledge.
Yeah.
Everybody has, you know, a lot of like coaches and people that have been in this game for a while. They got the knowledge, but do they care enough? Do they care enough? You see?
Yeah.
We care, bro. Like we care about every single person. If someone spends $1 with us, there's something different, you know, because you have to remember this. What is money, right? Money is energy. Money is energy, right?
Yeah.
When someone invests money into something, they're investing energy into something,
Right.
You invested money into us, we invested energy into you, right? So, when someone invests energy into us, what do we invest back into them? Energy.
Right.
We invest energy back into you. And I want you to start thinking of money in that sense. Man, you know, what is money? Money is energy.
Yeah.
Right? It took energy to create that money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So money is energy, right? And when people start spending money on you, you got to show up. Like you got to show up for them.
Well, that's my name on them.
That's your name. That's your reputation. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's gonna be a bunch of people, bro, that they're not a good fit for you. Don't take the money.
Yeah.
They're like money will come and like somebody else, the right person will come and say, "Hey, bro, can you coach me? Here's the money," right?
Yeah.
You don't need that. Like if you're like, man, I got my doubts about this guy. I don't know if it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Brother, don't waste your time, energy, you know, and don't allow them to waste their money because one of the most important things in this business is what? Reputation. Reputation, bro. Reputation.
So that being said, you included, yourself included, and all the people that you've helped, not everybody became a superstar, right? Some people, I mean, they're still doing good, but a few elevate to another level.
Yeah.
So, like, just your story, bro. What do you think is the difference in you that helped you get to this? Like, what was it?
You know, I definitely just wanted more. I wanted more because I didn't have nothing, right? And you know, adversity. I always say this, like adversity was like it was an X factor. You know, one of my biggest whys was watching my mom. My mom, even though my mom never made more than $8.25 an hour, even though my mom doesn't speak English to this day, she's an entrepreneur by spirit. Let me tell you why. I have what's called the 5-step success formula, right? 5-step success formula. One, like step number one is you have to make a decision. Like you said earlier, decision. At some point, you have to make a decision. All right. Here, I'm gonna give you the steps, and then I'm gonna circle it back to my mother. Okay. Okay. 1, make a decision. 2, commitment. Be committed to that decision you made. Okay. 3, sacrifice. Right. You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot for the on that commitment and that decision that you've already made. You got to sacrifice hobbies, friends, relations, all that. Right. Right. 4 is work ethic. Okay. And then 5 is perseverance, which is like not giving up. Right. Because everybody, like every entrepreneur knows that if you don't give up on what you believe in, it's it's inevitable that you're gonna reach that goal. You know,
right?
what I mean?
Of
Like
course.
Success is inevitable if you don't give up, right? And I say this all the time. You only fail when you quit. Like if you quit, then you failed.
Yes.
No one can do anything about that. You quit. So back to my mom. My mom made a decision that she wanted more for her children. We were living like dirt poverty, dirt roads, dirt floors, no running water, no electricity, washing board in the back. You know what I mean? That's how we were living. Right?
I don't.
So okay,
Crazy.
all right. You don't think maybe you've seen like
Now I've been at my dad's room.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
All right. So watch this. She made a decision. She's like, man, I don't want my sons to grow up in this. She made a decision.
Yeah.
Then she's like, okay, I'm headed to the U.S. She jumped the border, and like started, out there working in the fields,
Yeah.
Boom, she was committed at that point, right? Mm-hmm. 3 is sacrifice. She sacrificed time with her. Like she left, she abandoned her children. Like a mother abandoned her children for 2 years the first time to come to the United States. She sacrificed that, and she sacrificed everything, bro,
Yeah.
4, work ethic. She busted her butt in the fields, right? And then she got amnesty. That's how she got her paperwork. Amnesty through working the fields.
Wow.
Work ethic. And then 5, she never gave up. Perseverance. Even when we failed the first time in California, we went back to Mexico, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and then she's like, hey, I started bagging groceries, right? I started bagging groceries. I was this little kid, like 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. I'm bagging groceries, man. I'm bagging groceries. Boom, the double bagging.
In Mexico?
Yeah. It's called Lele. It's called Ley. Lele. It's a big rig. It's like a Walmart.
Okay.
So I'm bagging groceries. I got the milk, the 1 gallon milk in a double bag. Okay, I'm double bagging them. I'm setting the eggs and the bread separately so it doesn't get crushed. Like I had a whole system, right? I'm bagging groceries. I'm putting them in their cart, and then I'm taking them out to their trunk. Then I'm putting them in their trunk, and then I'm asking for tips, right? I did that for years, and we saved up.
Hold on, but you're in 4th grade?
4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
So were you like 9 years old?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I did that. We saved up my money. We used her money for the day-to-day stuff, for food. Then we used my money to save it, to get her back on the bus and get her back to get her to Phoenix, Arizona, where we are today.
Oh, wow.
See, so my mom didn't quit.
Right.
There was no quit, and there's still no quit in my mom. There's still no quit in my mom. My mom's not a quitter. So, man, I'll tell you what, man. If you want to think like, okay, so where, like, man, you were poor as dirt. Like, where did you get your drive? Where did you get your why? Where did you get your programming from? I watched this woman hustle. I watched this woman flip clothes and cars, and I watched her work 2 to 3 jobs and still flip whatever she could get her hands on the side. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here as a kid. I'm a kid, then I'm a teenager, and I'm watching this woman just go nuts. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna work hard. You know what I mean? And I just started grinding, man. So
that's amazing.
That's why I am where I am right now. And I believe, man, I've only been an entrepreneur for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. What is that? 6 years?
6 years? Really?
6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years. I can only imagine where I'll be on my 10th year. I can only imagine, God willing, if it's in His plans, I can only imagine where I'll be on my 15th year, on my 20th year. What does that look like? Who am I then? How much have I grown? So,
what does it look like?
I feel like I was telling Sal a few weeks ago, in the next 3 years, like I want our company to have made over $100 million, in the next 3 years. We've already made, in these 6 years, we've already made over 8 figures. So 8 figures is 10 million plus, right?
Right.
We've already made over $10 million, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My goal, like, okay, because sometimes it's good, like, I've never been moved by money, but I know that a lot of people do keep the score with money, right?
Yeah.
So when we reach $10 million, as a company, like, gross revenue produced, right? I was like, oh man, $10 million, wow, that's great. And then I just like, you know what? I'm not thinking small anymore. Let's get to 100, not 50, not 20, right? You go from 10, you go to 20, 50. 75, 100. I said, no, let's go to 100 and let's reverse engineer how we're going to get to that 100. Okay, what are we going to do? Create more companies, create softwares, blah, 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 evolve here, expand there. So that's where we are now. Now we're backtracking and now we're reverse engineering $100 million by 2024.
And I believe you.
That's where we are.
I believe you're going to do it.
God willing. Yeah.
Because, I mean, you do this, man. You can do it. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah. My first entrepreneur venture came when I was 5 years old. I was selling bread in Mexico door to door. I was selling bread with my brother and my friends from my neighborhood. Wow. We were selling bread door to door, like door knocking. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I used to eat some of the bread. And it was good, man. But nonetheless, obviously, she would know how many pieces of bread. The lady from the neighborhood. Yeah. We had a friend, and his mom made the bread. I would know how many breads she would give. She would know how many breads. I'm going to give you 20 breads, right? And you're going to sell it for this amount of money, and we're going to split 50-50. So whatever I ate, right? She would just take that off the top. So, but yeah, man, I would go door to door, man, and sell bread when I was 5 and 6 years old.
Okay, so that explains a lot. Now I know where the hustle comes from. You were 5 years old,
grinding
in a third world country,
grinding,
knocking door to door without plumbing, without electrical. Were you like, how does the floor look in there?
Dirt.
It's dirt. Like you're literally on dirt.
Dirt. There's no concrete. There's dirt. There's dirt. We grew up in my grandmother's house in Mexico, and I can show you a picture where it's wood. The structuring is wood, and the exterior is plywood. It's like plywood. You know that it almost looks like cardboard, but it's not. It's hard. So our exterior was made out of plywood. And our roof was made out of laminate. So whenever it would rain, you can hear shh. So wood, so dirt, foundation, wood, structure, plywood, and laminate. That was my home till the 7th grade. Yeah.
That's like poor. That's like,
oh bro, I can't.
That's third world country.
I would never wish that upon anyone, especially my own kids.
But that might be what made you who you are at the same time.
Subconsciously, yes.
You know what I mean?
Subconsciously.
Because you can't go further than that.
No.
To the bottom.
I started from the bottom.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we talk about the bottom, you started from the bottom.
It doesn't get. I mean, maybe being homeless, but thank God I wasn't homeless, But man, I started from the bottom. Yo.
What's good?
It's my man. This is my nutritionist.
How's it going?
He brings me food.
Tony.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Brings me
Tony.
food every day.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro. That's what you do when you get a lot of money. You buy everything. You got a nutritionist. You got
I spend a few racks on my nutrition every month.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome, dude.
I take my shit like I am my best investment.
Yeah, 100%.
The more that I continue to invest in myself, as you can see, right? Like the more that I continue to attract, So, man, this was a no-brainer for me.
Oh, you meant those in the
This is perfect.
This is my shake that he made. Tell him what the shake is made out of.
Oh man, there's a bunch of stuff in there. It's got like microgreens, so cordyceps, blueberries, banana, cacao powder. What else?
Spinach, kale, anything like that?
Just the microgreens. It's like micro spinach and micro broccoli. It's got like two, 3 times the nutrients.
What do you think about this one? Because I make this one every morning. It's probably not as good as that one, but I put spinach, banana, ginger, turmeric, and almond milk and fruits.
Fire.
That's good.
Depends on what fruits. Like what just.
It's a mix. There's strawberries, blueberries, pineapple, and apple.
Yeah, you should be good.
It's
like berries are like super low glycemic, so like they don't spike your blood sugar. Yeah. So like anything like in the mornings, that's a lot of times why like you get those crashes. It's like you have too much sugar or too many carbs in the mornings, and then it's like 2-3 o'clock rolls around, and then you're just like, But that sounds good. I mean, turmeric. Throw some black pepper. It sounds weird, but black pepper.
Or higher nutritionists.
Black pepper actually activates the turmeric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, like this is cool that you see this. Because y'all just see the success, you see the nice cars, but you don't see everything that they put behind the scenes to get them to that next level. So now you see he's got a nutritionist. How many people?
I have a whole he knows because he's talked and met some of them. I have a whole support team behind me, outside of this.
Outside of business.
I have a personal development coach. They've taught. I mean, again, the list goes on and on. I got a personal trainer. I mean, I have a support team, man, and that's what I was telling you. Huh?
It's a system.
Yeah, does it cost me, $5,000-$10,000 a month minimum? Yeah, it does.
Wow.
And that's just on that. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But
But you're living
Bro,
life at optimal levels that you can't get better.
That's what I'm saying.
You're like Super Saiyan.
Ask him. I'll be. I'll go. I just did a show. I got back here Monday. Today's Thursday. I got back here Monday, right? I got back here Monday from New Jersey after a 4-hour flight. I did 2 shows on Sunday. 1,000 people the first show, 600 people the second show. Wow. Most people would be like, man, I'm pooped. I'm going to get back into Phoenix. I got up at 3 in the morning on Monday. 3 in the morning, right? Most people would come back in. As soon as they touch down, they're like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go home. Bro, I had my bags. He picked me up from the airport. He had my coffee ready to go. He had my shake ready to go. I came straight here, started grinding. We made like 50, 100K that month. 50, 100K that day. 50, 100K that day.
Oh, man.
You see, I came to work, we made 50 to 100 racks. Man. Why though? But why was I able to go from a 4-hour flight, 2 shows, straight to work?
Because you're at optimal levels.
Because I'm operating on a high, frequency.
It's like a cheat code.
It is.
Like you're almost like being like you're like Super Saiyan.
Superhuman.
You're like in the like you know what I mean. You leveled up on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what it takes, bro. That's what it takes to really, bro. Name one massively successful person. Like let's just say Tony Robbins. You don't think Tony Robbins spends a few $100,000 on himself every year? LeBron James. People say that he spends $1 million a year on himself. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady. You know Tom.
Same thing.
Tom Brady, he eats the way that I eat, right? Yeah, he eats. I eat the way Tom Brady eats.
Yeah.
I eat. We have this thing now where I only eat according to what my blood type, like what is beneficial to my blood type.
Wow.
It's not even about bro, we're way past beyond the fats and the calories and the carbs.
Veggies.
No.
How does this affect you on a molecular level?
No, bro. I'm feeding myself on a cellular molecular level right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Bro, watch this.
That's honestly the first time I've ever heard anybody say that, regardless.
Avocado, beneficial to me.
Those are black bean chips.
Black bean chips.
Wow.
Beneficial to me. This is my snack.
That's
See,
good.
Bro, ask him. I said, hey, bro, because I had my greens earlier today.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got your greens back when.
Yeah, I drank 2 days worth of greens and 1 day today. You know what I mean? It was a little
you
crazy.
Didn't have them over.
No, I had him. He delivered them on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a guy. I pay a guy to deliver greens for me every Sunday.
Like what? Like raw vegetables?
Yeah, the juice. I pay him $2,500 a month.
Really? That's not actually not bad.
No, it's not. He gets organic food, cage-free, grass-fed beef, steak, chicken. Cage-free eggs, whatever.
Yeah.
Greens from the farm markets, right? The farm markets. Everything is grown from the earth.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm operating at that level now.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then you see, you're like, in the last year, you kind of leveled up a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been investing $10,000 to $15,000 a month on personal development coaching.
Yeah.
Right. I had 2 coaches at all times. Then I had my spiritual coach on and off. He'll be here.
Christian.
Yeah. You did a session with him, right?
He's still coaches. We still talk and everything.
So I did that. I've been doing that for a while since March of 2019. I got a nutritionist. I got a trainer. I got a green juice guy. I got a massage therapist that comes to my house at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays for a 2-hour massage. I got my healer, which is Johnny from Heal Organics. He's here this week, and I'll introduce you to him. He gives me all these energy, these energy stones, right? He gives me this. He purposely, with intention, makes every single bracelet for me, bro. Each bracelet is $200.
I'd like a few of those. I would. I always see. I wear them. What is it?
Yeah, these are all stones, bro. This is energy. This is energy. My right side. Who do I shake hands with? What hand do I shake? Right. I shake with my hand. These are all tiger's eye, protection against bad vibes and bad energy. My right hand. See, right here. You see what I'm saying?
That's next level.
Everything for me is strategic.
Yeah.
Everything for me is strategic, bro.
And that's what I try to get from you guys, because in order to build a brand the way you built it, bro, you don't do that shit by not being strategic. I honestly would say that you have the biggest brand in the real estate niche.
Yeah.
The niche we're in.
Yeah.
You have the biggest brand.
Yeah, all in.
And all in.
Yeah.
And honestly, when I was thinking of my brand, I was like thinking like, how would Carlos do this? Like what would Carlos do? Because you got to get something marketable that people want to wear.
Yeah.
So I chose Clutch.
Clutch. I like Clutch.
Yeah, because Clutch.
Remember you were
me,
telling me. Yeah, I like Clutch.
You know, Clutch to me, you're in the sports.
Yeah.
It's
fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah.
No, but like every team and every person wants to win a championship, right? In life, you want to be the best you can be, right? So Clutch, to me, was like, because I was into the Spurs, like we were just talking about earlier, and I was like, since I was 12 years old watching basketball till I was like 25, we were winning rings.
Yeah.
So we were champions the whole time, and I would look at it, and it was always the big obstacle. Something, Kobe was in the way, and Shaq.
Yeah.
And, you know, just Dallas Mavericks, Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
There was always an obstacle.
Yeah.
But they overcame it, and there was always a clutch moment.
Yeah.
When you just had to come through for your team.
Yeah.
And
Robert
that's what,
Horry hitting a three, or
something.
Tim Duncan hitting a shot, or
something had to happen that was clutch.
Clutch.
In order to overcome the obstacle.
Get to that next level.
To get to the next level.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's what I want my brand to be named after.
I like that.
You know?
Clutch entrepreneurs, and everybody wants to be a clutch player, right? Everybody wants to be a clutch human being. So it fits for sure. It fits it. Man, stay consistent and be patient.
Be patient.
Be patient.
Yeah.
We're entrepreneurs. We want shit to happen like this.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Man, I want to blow up tomorrow. I want to have 1 million followers.
Yeah.
No, bro. Be patient.
Right.
Be patient. Be consistent. It's not gonna happen. Man, it's harder to build a brand. It's harder to build a brand than to build a business. And building a brand is like building a business. I mean, you're getting a sense of that, right?
To me, it's harder.
Or harder, yeah. You're right.
It's harder, like
running business is easier than building a brand. You know what I mean?
It's because you're on, like, how would you say, like, business to me is you're on offense.
Yeah.
You're attacking. Mm-hmm. You make these plays.
And you depend on you.
You depend on you.
Brand building is like you, him, the videographer, content, the audience, how they respond, right? So I feel you. I'm with you.
Yeah, because it's me. I'm like, man, I'm in business. I know. Look, if I make 100 calls today and bust my ass, I'm gonna make money.
Yeah.
But I can't do that with brand building. Mm-hmm. I can't get somebody to follow me or like my stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, and I was telling Sheik, I go, but it's only the people with courage that make it with brand building. Because you have to. It's scary. Yeah. I was just saying to him last night, I was like, bro, the only reason we're like, because it's starting to catch, right? Like, it's starting to catch.
People are starting to know.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, you were just on the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you were just on the stage. Like, well, then things are kind of moving. When you think about it. See, don't forget to count those as victories. Like, on the days where you're like, man, is my brand really growing? Then you just got off a stage. You're like, well, I wasn't on stages.
Yeah.
Now I was just on a stage, right? So you got those are like KPIs for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
KPIs for like your brand, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Just be patient. Like, stay consistent and be patient, man. Because it's not easy to do this shit. Mm-hmm. It's not easy to put out what you're putting out. Like, bro, you're if anything, you're paying money to put this shit out.
Oh, dude.
You know,
dude, just being here right now, I've already spent $3,500.
A few racks,
Like, to bring my guy, record. I'm paying him, obviously. The plane tickets, the hotel.
He don't work for free?
Nah,
I'm still.
He's expensive. But he's good.
I'm with you. Yeah.
So, this is Sheik, by the way.
Sheik. I like that name.
So,
man. Yes, sir.
So, man, I want to know about your brand. Because I'm doing my Clutch Entrepreneurs. All In is as far as real estate investing, that's the brand right now. I want to know who came up with the word.
Me.
You came up with the word?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
You know, man, I always wanted, like, I remember when I quit my job, right, to become an entrepreneur. I'm like, man, what can I come up with at that time? I wanted to create like a small community, you know, like just of other people that were going through like some of the same fears, you know, that I was going through, man. I was scared, you know, I was scared, and I wanted to get around. Like, that's how this brand and this name came, like, to realization, to fruition, because I was really scared. I'm like, you know, how can I surround myself with and share some of these like fears and these emotions with other people that are thinking the same and feeling the same, but want to keep moving forward, and we can be there to support each other, right? So I was thinking of, like, I got inspired by remember 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying? Right? Remember that?
I bought a VIP thing to him on Tuesday, San Antonio.
Okay, well, get rich or die trying. Get rich or die trying. I'm like, okay, get rich or die trying, right? I'm like, man, so with what I'm doing, like, you know, it's like, you're either all in or nothing. right? All in or nothing. Like you're either all in, because when I quit my job, man, like if I knew that if I wasn't all in, if I was doing this part time, it wasn't gonna work. So when I quit my job and I went all in, right? Like the universe just got out of my way. Once I made that decision of like, you know what, I'm gonna die doing this. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna die. Like if this doesn't happen, I died. They buried me. For real. Like
Richard died literally.
You right? Like, does that make sense?
Oh, yeah,
there was no going back for me. Some people call that burning the ships, burning the boats, right?
Right.
Man, it took me a while to make that decision, man. Like, because I was always so like comfortable, right? And where there's growth, there's no comfort. Like, think about it. It's either growth or comfort, right?
Right.
So, I came up with the word all in, man, and I just started this little Facebook group, and I started surrounding myself with other people that were like, kind of like low entrepreneurs like me, you know, tire kickers. You know, I was a tire kicker. You know, I was just kicking tires, you know, hustling where I could, you know, and I haven't even done my first deal yet and all that. And then I started growing like all in, and then Keith joined all in back in 2016. Keith Everett.
Speaking on stage.
He's speaking on stage, yeah. So he joined all in back in 2016, and like all in, I would just go in there in a little Facebook group of like, you know, 20, 25 people. Go in there and like, you know, just like motivate and like, hey guys, I know this is hard. I know what you're going through, man. I'm scared too. I got the butterflies, you know, but I just keep telling myself that if I can make it through this, I'm gonna fly. If I can make it through this, I'm gonna fly. And after a while, man, it started to happen, man. And then we became the brand we are today, man, with like, you know, the logos and the black and gold, you know, it's like there's some elegance and strength behind the brand. And most importantly though, you know, the brand, we didn't build the brand. The people built the brand. See what I'm saying? We did not build the brand. Any can get out there and be like, hey man, I got a new brand. They can run 100 miles per hour and nothing will happen.
Oh yeah.
See, but when your brand is a symbol or a significance of something, right? Of something that holds weight, right? Like hope, faith, you know, in our case, God, family, hustle. You see what I'm saying? Then people are like, man, I kind of like the core values that those guys are bringing to the table. Man, I kind of like what those guys represent. You know what? Man, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? Man, I'm kind of attracted to this community. See, it's slowly like, so the people build the brand. The people build the brand because a brand is important for you. A brand isn't what you think. We can sit here and be like, yeah, Clutch Sports, yeah, you know, we're the best. A brand isn't what we think. It's what they think. A brand is what they think. What the society, what society thinks of your brand, that is what your brand is. You see?
Right.
So now people think of our brand as like, man, those guys are real. Man, those guys are servants. Man, they got a good track record, right? You start a brand. You just started your brand not too long ago.
Months.
You need a track record now. Now, so you're doing one thing correct. You're providing content and value, right? But then at some point, in order for you to evolve and grow that brand, you're gonna have to have a track record. Yeah, man, I'm part of Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports. I'm part of Clutch Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Man, I went from zero to making $500,000 a year. Oh, thanks, Jay. Right? Man, I'm part of Clutch Entrepreneurs. Man, I used to be dead broke. Now me and my family are taking vacations to Hawaii. See, you get enough of those people, your brand runs. Your brand explodes.
Oh, that's your track record.
People.
Bringing other people up.
The people you were mentioning.
Oh, okay.
The Donnies, the Keys, the Tiffany's, the Terry Thayers, the Tang Wins, like people. You see what I'm saying? Now you don't have to say nothing. Now you're just like, you don't have to say nothing for your brand because your brand isn't what you think, it's what they think.
That makes sense.
You see?
I was thinking more along the lines like what I do is my track record, but you're right. It's not what I do. It's what I can
what
get.
They're able to do from what you're providing.
Right.
From Clutch.
Right.
That's where the goal is. Once you help, you're going to start with helping, you know, one person, 5 people, 10 people, you know, right? 100 people. And then those 100 people tell 100 other people, right? Now you got a little bit of a tribe. Then those 200 people tell another 100 people. Now you're at 300. You see, and it just spreads and spreads and spreads like a good virus. You know?
Yeah, like a good virus.
Yeah.
Well, so when you first started, because you made your money and your foundation is wholesaling real estate. That's how you were even able to build a brand. It all came from wholesaling real estate. And you were one of the first ones, because wholesaling real estate has been around for a long time, but it hasn't been popular for a long time.
No one was doing wholesaling the way we were doing wholesaling.
You were the first one or one of the first pioneers to build a company and scale it.
Absolutely.
Right? Because before it was people
bigger than all the bigger dudes.
Right.
That's why, thank God, man, like, you know, and it's received, like, that's why we've gotten the type of respect that we have now from some of the top dogs, right? Because we came in the game and they had a good, 2 to 4 team, like staff, right? 2 to 4 people. We came in the game and started treating this like a company, like a corporation.
Right.
Like, we knew that this needed to be bigger than just me and Sal, you know? So then we started hiring and growing like a corporation, where like a Fortune 500 company would. And now you see, like, bro, you've seen some of my staff, man. You know, they're amazing, man. They're, a lot of them are making 6 figures. You know what I mean? Why? Because they believe in the vision, right? We've empowered them, we've encouraged them. You know what I mean? And now they're growing our company even a more rapid pace than we could ever grow the company, because there's strength in numbers, right?
Right.
And there's strength when you start building an army, right? Bro, a general isn't a general unless he has an army behind him. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can call yourself a general and blah blah, but if you don't have an army, you're not a general. Yeah. So once we started building an army, man, we started winning. And when we started winning, people started to be like, "Whoa, what's going on over there?" Yeah. And most importantly, though, because of I would say one of the reasons, our immigrant background, like Sal's from Iraq, I'm from Mexico, we had a very high tolerance for risk. So we started spending so much money on marketing and systems. We started spending millions of dollars. So the big guys, they weren't spending $1 million a year on marketing. We were one of the first people to spend. You know what? 2016, we're spending $1 million. 2017, $1 million. 2018, $1 million. 2019, $1 million. See, we started spending $1 million. We didn't care about, like, oh man, let's just spend 10,000, 20,000. Man, we want to keep all that. Me and Sal were like, run it. We're learning. And we became masters of our craft.
That's a flex. Cause like people are like, I made $1 million, I spent $1 million on marketing.
But watch this. Do the math. Your return on investment, your minimum return on investment on marketing, I always say, is what? 4 to 6x.
Right, that makes sense.
See? So if you're spending $1 million, what is the bare minimum you can expect in return? 4 to 6 mil. You see? That's on the wholesaling side. Right. Now you add a little bit of, you add some structure, some organization, and other departments like our asset department, which fixes and flips property and buys and holds properties and has a property management under that department. Then that 5 mil can turn into 7 or 10 mil, and then you just start to scale.
Right. So to give the viewers more or less, like, how many deals are y'all wholesaling? Because I remember when I came in, y'all were like, I know y'all do a lot of fix and flips now, but when I came in, y'all were mostly focused on wholesaling. 97% wholesaling. Yeah. Now, I'll give you an example. Right now, today's what, the 5th. We got a deal a day right now. We got 5 deals. Our goal is to pick up 30 to 50 deals a month. But most importantly, if these deals, if they're in Arizona, Nevada, or California, our primary objective is to what? Flip it. Because why is that?
We have an infrastructure in those markets, and those markets are juicy.
But how much extra, so I know, what's the extra return on flipping rather than wholesaling?
I'll give you an example. We picked up a property in Berkeley, California, 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. It's going on the market soon. We picked it up for $690. We put $150 into it. We're gonna our exit's gonna be about 1.7. We'll probably clear $800 to $1 million on one flip in Berkeley, California.
And how much would you think you would have made wholesaling it?
Probably $300K.
So there you go.
So what
4
is that?
times.
Yeah.
Almost 4 times.
Yeah.
3 to 4 times.
Yeah. 3x ROI for sure.
Yeah. Because I remember what attracted to me to y'all guys was the numbers and the cars.
Yeah.
I'm a car guy.
Yeah.
And I still got to ride in the. I need to ride in the Rolls.
I'm gonna pick it up today.
You got the Rolls still?
Yeah, it's being
thank
detailed.
God that you sold it.
No, I'll have it parked up front.
Yeah.
At the event. Yep.
So when I first, just to give you an idea, this was 2-3 years ago too. When I first learned about them, they were doing 30 to 70 deals in a month.
Our record was 65 deals in June of 2019.
And what was the
65.
revenue like or something like that?
889 around there.
In a month.
Yeah, 1 month. Yeah.
1 month wholesaling real estate. And that's what we do, guys. That's what we practice. This man right here was my mentor to help me scale. And I ain't gonna lie, I told this guy in the car when we were on the phone. I go, man, Carlos, I'm scared to spend this money because I spent $20,000 on a mentor that didn't show me anything. And I was like, man, dude,
That's
I was
unfortunate, by the way.
Yeah.
It's people like that give good people in this industry a bad name.
I mean, and what could I do? Yeah. So I could either quit and say, oh, the game did me wrong, I'm out.
You could have victimized yourself.
I could have did that.
You didn't.
And I said, you know what, Carlos? I want to give this a shot. What do you think we could do? And he was just like, when you told me, like, just look at my track record, like you said, that's all I really had to hear. I was like, man, well, he's right.
And we're still here.
And you're still here.
We're here. And now we have, think about it, there's 100 people in VIP right now. You know, there's 100 people. 100 people here, man. What a blessing.
And I know Down and Ruff and all them, and those dudes do numbers.
Yeah, they're killing. They're crushing. Yeah.
On video, I want to just thank you, bro, because like you and Sal, like right now, my whole family's life's changed. This is more to your track record, right?
Yeah,
like, we're doing numbers, bro. It's crazy.
That's what it's about, though. That's what it's about, right? It has to be bigger than just you. Yeah. You know, it's like once your why is because, bro, you can only make so much money. You can only put so many watches on yourself and grab so many cars.
I'm tired of it.
It has to be. It's what I'm saying. You're like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Right, and then like now you're in wealth generation mode. Yeah. Now you're not in rich like. Yeah, let's get rich, right? Rich is like, yeah, okay, we're rich. We're buying a nice watch and cars and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Now you're in wealth mode, like wealth building mode, you know? That's when that's when you really start to scale.
But dude, the money, like, it doesn't fulfill you no more. Like, once you're accustomed to, like, getting big checks and having, like, being really comfortable. Yeah, like, oh, we just, like, bro, we're about to make, like, almost 400 in this month. Yeah. It's crazy, like, and that's just, like, because we got some big deals. So we don't do that every month. But... And I'm like, it doesn't excite me.
Don't ever downplay. Don't downplay yourself. Just don't. When I say that is because there's this thing called the incantations, right? Like when you say, "Oh, but that's only because." No. Don't do that. You see, I'm just giving you some advice, right? We're about to make 400,000, man. Like we haven't had this kind of month, but the goal is to have more of these months.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
My goal's 500 a month until I make it consistent. I want to get to $1 million a month. Before I quit wholesaling, or not quit, before I move on to the next endeavor.
But you got to make sure, you know, I want you to set up your organization, your real estate company, to where that active income feels like it's passive because you got all the right people in the right places, and you know you're showing up. I show up every day to this office, but ask me when was the last time I talked to a seller. You see, right? Yeah, I'm far removed from that now. Right?
That's what I'm learning. Well, that's what I learned from you and Sal, how to actually delegate,
how to be a business owner,
right? Not a hustler,
not an owner operator.
I was a hustler
for sure.
I was on the phones banging.
Most people are in this business. Yeah.
So and God willing, like I'm not taking for granted. Like that's a whole lot of money. Yeah. Right. But that's all. And 3 of those deals are worth like over 300. So like if anyone falls out, I just want to put that on my Excel. I'm over here making 50 deals, making all this money. I say I got lucky, but we work hard.
There you go.
So that being said, man, we're here at the event. I know you're a busy guy. You got a bunch of hands to shake and stuff. So we'll come bring it to a close.
For sure.
There's gonna be 700 people here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I think you already got a taste today.
Yeah.
Right.
We definitely did. We got 700 people here, man. I think it's my second event here with you guys.
You came to Momentum, right?
Yeah, I came to Momentum.
This is gonna be totally different. I think you're gonna like this event more than you like Momentum. Even though Momentum was a scaling event, you're gonna like this event more for various reasons. One, because of the value that you're gonna receive from the people on stage, right? These are very experienced people. But two, it's going to be a different experience, and you're going to get to meet a lot of different people and rub elbows with the right people too.
Honestly, that's what I come for. I come for the networking and meeting people. That's way more valuable than any nugget somebody can drop on me.
Well, you're gonna get plenty of that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I know y'all always take care of me, and we go eat and go to the clubs and all that. And so, maybe we can get that cigar later, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That being said, man, you know, I know you got a lot of stuff to do, so I appreciate you being on the show. And here's to the next endeavor, you know.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Yes, sir.